Hi guys. As I was grading your test tonight, I realized that a lot of you had some areas of confusion still. So I want to take some time and record this little video so that when you're practicing or when you're studying for your redo, you at least have the correct information to go by. Remember, when studying, you can always use your textbook. You can use past assignments, but hopefully this will supplement that as well. So some common errors that I saw in the test was one that, the question was asking about mass and weight, and if mass and weight always had to be the same. And a lot of you put that no, because if an item is really large, then it can have a small weight. Okay, size has nothing to do with it. When you're looking at mass, you're looking at really how much stuff is it made out of. Is it really compact, or is it really really large but lightweight? Okay, so mass is just how much matter it's made out of, whereas volume is how much space it takes up. But the question wasn't asking about volume, so you really had no reason whatsoever to bring in the size of the object. It's really getting to mass and weight. And if you remember from that song, mass and weight aren't the same thing. Now, mass can determine weight. For example, the mass of Jupiter is tremendous. So your weight is going to be a lot more on Jupiter. It has nothing to do with Jupiter's size. It's just the mass of Jupiter is so much more. And then a lot of you put like Pluto. If you were on Pluto, because it has a smaller, because it's smaller in size, you would weigh less. Again, it has nothing to do with Pluto's size. It's talking about Pluto's mass. And yes, Pluto has a very small mass, so you would weigh less, but it has nothing to do with Pluto's size. A couple people actually even mentioned, like, they use the planet, the moon, as an example. The moon's not a planet, guys. It's a moon. Okay, so don't use that as an example again. That was a really bad example. Okay, some other areas of confusion. Actually, let me get a test here. The relationship between mass and inertia, it became evident that people really didn't know what inertia is. Inertia is just an object wanting to stay in place. It wants to keep on doing what it's doing, which is nothing at all. So if I have this salt shaker, okay, this salt shaker has a small mass, so therefore it's going to have a small inertia, meaning it's easy to push. Now if I had something with a lot of mass, like the chair next to me, it's going to be harder to push because it has more inertia. Inertia is just that it wants to keep on doing what it's doing. It has, I'll just leave it at that. It wants to keep on doing what it's doing, which is to stay right where it is. Okay, soda cans that have volume of the can printed on the side. A lot of you actually got this one right, so I'm going to skip over it. You know how to find liquid volume. If you're not positive that you got the answer correct, check the front of the page. If you know how to find liquid volume, then you know how to solve that problem. Okay, question 17, the bag of nails as the birthday gift. A lot of you know how to find the mass of the bag of nails. That's not an issue. The problem started to arise when you had to find the volume of the bag of nails. Okay, remember, nails have an odd shape. You're not going to be able to find the length and the width and height of a nail. So you have to go about it in a different way, just like we did with the penny lab. If you remember correctly from the penny lab, we had to fill a graduated cylinder with 50 milliliters of water, and then we found the volume that way. If you can explain that process, then you're going to get that question correct. Okay, I hope that this helps clarify some areas of concern. If not, please feel free to see me after school or during study hall, and we can hash out the details later. Okay, best of luck. See ya.